Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Trans with your host Gabriel.
And Leo. Let's get started.
Alright, we kind of skipped Wednesday.
We did skip Wednesday.
We were just not feeling it.
We also skipped the weekend, didn't we?
That's what I meant. Not Wednesday, Sunday. Today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
You know, it's all jumbled up.
It is, it really is. It's COVID brain, but not. I don't know, you know what, I wholeheartedly admit I got wrapped up in football Sunday.
You did.
I did. I freaked you out a little bit.
You did. It was annoying.
Ow.
I will say it was annoying.
Okay, so I went full on dad mode, and I was literally yelling at my phone while trying to make dinner over football.
And I was sitting there debating on joining a call with my friends, and I just was like, yeah, no, he's yelling.
Yeah, no, it's not really the time or the place to be doing that. So, but we're here tonight, or today.
Today. It depends.
It's Wednesday. Whatever. It's hump day, midweek.
Don't ever say that again. I don't like it. I don't like Wednesday being referred to as hump day.
It is the middle of the week. It is
weird to refer to it as hump day.
It's camel day?
Okay, let's continue.
Mike.
Shush.
Okay, we got a couple of cool things.
Okay.
One, we're going to talk about this new Jeopardy champion, Amy Schneider. Mm-hmm. Something like $1.8 million thus far, 40 games won.
$1.8 million?
The highest, she is the most successful female champion so far on Jeopardy.
Okay.
And she's transgender.
Okay.
And the thing of it, she's a transgender person.
Okay.
Somebody in one of the Facebook groups, and I apologize because I can't remember who it was, but asked why it was that I was always referring to people as transgender and using it more as a noun than an adjective. I was calling people, I was identifying a person as a transgender, which is a noun, versus an adjective, which describes what a person is or how a person is.
Okay.
All right, there was the English lesson for the moment. So anyway, I'm going to do my best to refer to people as transgender people or a transgender person versus just referring to people as transgenders.
Language is weird. I'm going to refer to them as transgenders.
That's right. I really didn't, pay too much attention, but this person definitely did. And again, some people get offended by the word trans or transgender or remember that whole horrible let's never call people trannies. We won't go that. That's part of a car. Okay. The transmission is completely different. Anyway, the other thing that
you can't say slurs on the podcast.
It's not is it a slur?
It is a slur.
Is it really a slur?
Yeah, it's a slur.
How is it? I don't understand. How is that a slur?
I don't know. It's weird. It's one of those weird slurs.
I guess because, like I said, when I was, and this is one of those areas where you and I, we vary greatly because of age. Mm-hmm. You didn't grow up in an era where queer and fag were slurs. Mm-hmm. And now you guys kind of use them like, yo, it's like that. It's like I'm going to say this horribly. It's like a black person dropping the N-word.
Mm-hmm. We don't do it in public that often, though.
But you would if you could. If you thought you could get away with it, you would.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally like the N-word in a sense. And, like I said, for me, again, maybe that goes back, because I'll go back even further when people who were my grandparents' age could say the word Negro, and they weren't being offensive. It was what people of color were called.
Okay.
It wasn't a derogatory term. It was merely stating that the person was black.
Yeah. And what I do every time that I do want to say a slur in, my friend groups, especially now because we have a new member in the group who is transgender, I was like, hey, are you okay if we say slurs around you? Because I'm not sure how you react to slurs. And I got, oh yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
And we proceeded to call each other slurs for the next 10 minutes. And
it kind of goes into that territory where, we say this, I can call my friend a B word, or you can call your friend a whatever word, but somebody outside the circle can't.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's still kind of that same territory then. Okay.
There are people in our group who are straight and cis.
Yeah.
Who aren't allowed to
use those words. And again, that comes across the same way as African Americans. If you're not, you can't drop that N-word. Okay. Wow, we really kind of derailed on the woohoos on those ones.
We just had a conversation about slurs.
Yes. Okay. So, not to use that other word.
Yeah, don't use that
one.
one.
I'll chalk that. Let me scribble that one out. There we go. It's scribbled out.
People might be upset with that, and frankly, I'd rather not get canceled.
Yeah, right? Cancel before the 10th episode. Ugh. Which, by the way, this is episode 9.
Okay.
Episode 10 will be live.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
So, Sunday night, January 29th.
Okay.
At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right.
You and I will go on the air.
Do we kidnap the other one?
We might. Live.
We might. Live kidnapping.
No, we're not taking the microphone on the road. Anyway. Surprise adoption. I like that one. Okay. Anyway. In addition to talking about Amy Schneider, we also got permission from Ryan Cassata to play one of his recent releases. He released it in 2021, and I absolutely fell in love with it when I listened. Mm-hmm. But I reached out to him, and I said, hey, look, I really like this song. I'd really like to play it on my podcast, and he was all for it, which was really cool. Yeah. So we want to thank Ryan for allowing that. Our shirts came in.
Our shirts did come in.
Our shirts came in from Rusty Dog Custom Printing, and they look, I personally, I think they look fabulous. Fabulous! Oh my god.
It is too early for this.
It's not early.
It is early.
It's early for you. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning.
I've been awake, on and off awake since 3 a.m. because of the dog.
Yeah, we gotta let you know, one of our puppies, Bandit, he's not feeling the greatest. He's had an upset stomach for the last couple of days, and we're working with the vet trying to get that situated and taken care of. But because Bandit sleeps in Leo's room, Leo's been on cleanup duty. And by duty, I mean duty. Is that a bad dad joke?
Okay, we're getting off topic.
Oh, I think I told you this.
You might not have.
Donating plasma yesterday.
Okay.
I met another transgender in the area.
You did tell me that.
She was phenomenal. I mean, like, and I don't want to say, I don't want to go like, oh my god, she stuck out like a sore thumb. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to name her because that's not polite.
It's not.
But, like, when sitting there, it was blatantly obvious that she was transgender. Mm-hmm. And
was your gaydar going off?
No, not so much a gaydar. Makeup was well done.
Okay.
Pink coat. And talking to staff and exercising or practicing that feminine voice, that higher voice. You know that a lot of male to females to work on, they have to train that voice to go higher.
Yeah.
For you and me, we don't really have to. Our voice just naturally sinks. And fortunately, we had a deeper voice to begin with.
Mm-hmm. I always remember, especially people that I met online, whenever I would get into voice channels with them, it'd always be like, I can't tell your gender based off your voice.
Yeah.
What are your pronouns? And this was back when I used all pronouns. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, just don't refer to me as an it. Okay, human.
Yeah, human. But yeah, I mean, like, and that's genetic. That my voice was low to begin with. Your voice is naturally low. So your voice was naturally low. Now that we're on testosterone, our voices have dropped even more. Mm-hmm. But I learned, and it wasn't necessarily a recent learn, but I did learn that people who are transitioning from male to female have to train their voice.
Yeah.
Or practice to get it a little bit higher.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that almost. No, there's no almost. I really do feel bad because, like, for us it comes down naturally.
Yeah.
And another thing that I heard was, glamming up versus uglying down.
Oh.
I know your eyebrows go up with that, but you have to realize one. It was another transgender who said it, a transgender male to female.
Okay.
And what she was trying to elaborate and perhaps kind of failed a little bit to hit the mark on that with the uglying down part was that, she didn't like being male. She saw males as a male is ugly, kind of no makeup. Just,
Yeah.
Okay. So, but, a woman has to put makeup on. They have to do their hair right. The clothes have to be all pretty and what have you. And let's face it, as men, we can pretty much throw on a t-shirt and jeans That's exactly what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
And,
I'm still in PJs.
run a comb through our hair, that's it, you know? There's no makeup. I'm lucky if, you know, I mean, like, I wash my face, but, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to worry about, you know, whether the acne is showing or whether, you know, one hair is out of place or what have you.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there are some guys that do. Mm-hmm. I work with one.
Oh.
But, you know, eventually, you know, we'll have facial hair, or at least I will. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you choose to or not.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have facial hair.
You're going to have facial hair. I can see it already. There's like little peach fuzz. It's all peach fuzzy. Anyway.
We're getting off topic.
No, we're not. No, we're really not. But what I'm saying is that there's beard product.
Okay.
So I can see us needing beard product.
All right. Beard product.
Beard, not beer. Beard. There will be no beer products in this house. You are underage. And we do not condone underage beard product.
I don't have a follow-up to that.
Yes, okay.
What about the wine in the basement?
That's not beer, it's wine.
Can I have that then?
No.
Why?
It's fermented grape juice. It's gone bad.
Wine goes bad?
No, but grape juice does. That's how you get wine.
Why can't I have the fermented grape juice?
Because it's not for you, and fermented grape juice makes people do funny things.
You haven't touched it in a while.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's a collection. You don't necessarily play with your collections. Oh! Yeah, no, we won't talk about that. Nope. No, I was going to tell you something else about...
Collections.
No, yes, kind of, sort of.
We'll save that for after the podcast.
Sure, why not? Because that would be completely off topic.
After hours.
Let's just say that I was challenged to prove my manhood.
You did tell me about
that. I did tell you that, and I have to do that on Friday.
All right.
Because I swore I would. Okay, so I want to go... like I said, I want to go on The Advocate here. The Advocate. Now, remember, The Advocate is a LGBTQ plus magazine. Mm-hmm. Okay, they also obviously have a website. And I wanted to kind of talk about, you know, transgenders that are not breaking the mold, maybe, but, you know, putting transgenders out there more.
Mm-hmm.
I did it again. See, transgender people out there more.
Yeah.
And putting a positive light, on transgender people who are in Hollywood, generally in the world at large. Mm-hmm. Because, well, the media, especially lately in a lot of states, we're getting a lot of downcast. We're seeing a lot of laws and bans and things of that nature starting to creep up again. It's political season. Mm-hmm. For those of you who don't understand what I mean by political season, because I'm sure, Leo, you probably really don't.
Idea.
You just nod. You're like, yep, okay, Dad. Okay, what do you ever say, Dad? It's political season. We're halfway through President Biden's election. Okay. So, at this point in time now, in Congress and in the Senate, there are elections that will be going on soon. Mm-hmm. Congress and elections. Some of them only get 2-year seasons. Some of them get 4-year. So, for some of these Republicans and Democrats, it's time to kind of flex their muscle and, you know, hey, look, I put in the effort and we're against this or we're for that. And so we're seeing a lot of political grandstanding. We're seeing a lot of, you know, thump my chest and I'm anti this or I'm for that and the American people this and, you know, all that stupid crap. But that's what we're starting to see again. And so we're seeing states like Arizona and Alabama. There's a couple of other ones. There's like seven of them right now that are talking about banning transgenders from sports altogether.
Really?
Yeah, because and now again, as a teacher and as a parent, my first thought was, well, that's not fair. What if those transgender kids are really good at a sport? They're not going to get the scholarships that a peer who is lesser might get because they're transgender. Like that shouldn't play a factor.
Yeah, no.
And this has been haunting me for the last couple of days, and I keep batting it around. The terminology transgender rights. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't mean it that way, but I absolutely cannot stand that term. I don't think there should. And I know everybody agrees there shouldn't be transgender rights and human rights. There should just be human rights. There shouldn't have to be there shouldn't have to be. It's like
a divide,
right? But there is, unfortunately. And so, again, this whole school thing is really driving me nuts. Again, because I'm a teacher, because I